Welcome to round 4 of season 2 of the F.2.M.J.A.C here at COTA America. As we see the first driver going out to the circuit is Carlos Edrado in the number 11 ART. It has been announced recently that the F.2.M.J.A.C will be actually using the driver's registration number instead of the numbers from 1 to 27, so I guess that's interesting. As we now see Chaos Sandley going to the circuit and Tommy Yu as well. These guys are kind of struggling to go up the hill. Verstappen even had to go past the Hong Kong driver as they head down into turn 1. Arnold would use on the circuit as well. You can see the guys are actually struggling to go up the hill. I guess that's kind of the nature of COTA. Versteer is out on the circuit as well in the AIX, as we now get another shot of Verstappen. Terrell Zigo is out for Invicta Racing along with his teammate Zygmunt. Olivier Lebel is out on the circuit, his teammate Crystal Lebel still in the pits. Victor Levi and the other AIX is out of the pits and onto the circuit. We also see Arthur coming out of the pits and heading down the pit lane and onto the circuit as well in the Prix Racing number 15. There is his teammate Cole Palmer also out on the circuit, along with, I think that's one of the Dams Lucas Oil drivers, that is Enoch Yu, out on the circuit. Car Singh in the other ART is out on the circuit. UK Will in the Apex Academy is heading out as well, along with Yanis Dos Santos in the Campos Racing. The only driver still left in the pits is Davi Circulera, as we see Crystal Lebel heading down pit lane as well. We're currently on board with the high-tech TGR driver. He's coming out of his garage and onto the pit lane and soon heading out to the circuit. So everyone is out for an outlap at the moment, as we now see Circulera going up the hill. Edrado is already at the final couple of corners on the circuit, while Circulera is still at turn 1. Edrado now comes around the final corner down the main straight here at the Circuit of the Americas as he starts his flying lap of the session. As behind we see the Van Amersfoort Racing driver of Chaos Sandley now coming around the final corner, the number 6 heading down the main straight as he starts his flying lap of the session. Here comes Verstappen in the 26 as he starts his flying lap of the session. His teammate Arnold Yu is now heading to the final corner very soon as Tommy Yu starts his flying lap of the session. Arnold Yu heads to the line as he starts his flying lap of the session. Behind Versteer will be starting his as well. The next man to cross the line after the Brazilian AIX Racing driver is the number 21 high-tech TGR of Kevin, as we're currently on board with casting in the ART. There is the shot of the Mexican driver in the high-tech rounding the final corner. Gabriel starts his flying lap of the session as Zygmunt starts his teammate Terrell Zigo just coming to the line now as he starts his flying lap of the session. Behind we see Saragi in the MP Motorsport number 4 starting his flying lap of the session. Behind we see Moxie, no last name, heading down the final corner. Victor Levi starts his flying lap of the session. Here comes the Belgian driver Madeo as he starts his flying lap of the session. We're currently on board with Saragi as we now see Cole Palmer heading to the final corner as well. Enoch Yu has the line to start his flying lap of the session as there are yellow flags at sector 3. I'm not sure for who. I think that is one of the Campos drivers who's facing the wall, and yes, that is Tommy Yu in the barriers in the number 9 along with one of the high-tech TGR drivers. I think Matthew Hart goes 4th fastest. Carlos Edrado goes quickest with a 1:18.958 from UK Will, Enoch Yu, Carl Singh and Matthew Hart. Verstappen is coming into the pits. He is aborting his lap. I think he got caught up in that incident involving Tommy Yu and Kevin, which was the high-tech TGR driver that was involved in that incident. Crystal Lebel goes 3rd fastest. Dos Santos is currently sitting in 5th place. No last name says the fastest sector 2 of 31.216 as we see Chaos Sandley heading down pit lane and back out onto the circuit. I think he aborted his first lap. That's why he has to set another lap. Arnold Yu is coming in along with Gabriel and Zygmunt. Cole Palmer says the fastest sector 2 of 31.066 as Moxie, no last name, had to get through traffic of one of the MP Motorsport drivers as that guy was coming into the pits. No last name to the line as he goes top with a 1:17.515. Arthur goes 2nd fastest. In the number 15 Prix Racing, his teammate Cole Palmer is now coming around the final corner as he is now going to cross the line and go to the provisional pole with a 1:17.455. F.2.M.J.A.C in the high-tech TGR is the only driver on a proper flying lap here, as the other drivers only either pitted or they're on their out lap, like Verstappen, Chaos, and Kevin, Gabriel, and Arnold Yu. But it is hard for these drivers to set a lap, as there's only about 45 seconds left in this session, and I think a few drivers had opted not to come back out onto the circuit to start an out lap and a chance to set a lap, including both AIX drivers, both Invicta Racing drivers, and Suragi. As currently there's only about 30 seconds to go in the session, as Kevin hasn't even reached sector 1, as Serqueira goes 5th fastest. That's a really good lap from the high-tech TGR driver, but I think he needs to change his helmet from next race onwards, as he's currently using Verstier's helmet. Dos Santos is coming around the final corner, and he is now coming into the pits along with one of the Rodin Motorsport drivers. I think that was Crystal Labal. And there's only 3 seconds left in the session. I don't think anyone is on a lap, as the clock now hit 0. Pretty much that's it then for qualifying. Cole Palmer has the provisional pole time of 1:17.455 from Moxie, no last name, and Arthur, your top 3. Then it's Arthur from Davi Serqueira and Olivier Labal. Carlos Edrado will be starting 7th from U-Cable, and Crystal Labal with the NRQ running out the top 10. Yannis Dos Santos will be starting 11th from Nkar Singh and Matthew Hart. As for the rest of them, I'm just going to read out what they are now on the timing tower, but that could be not the proper results. Then is Victor Levi from Versteel and Verstappen. Chaos Andale is 17th from both Invicta drivers, Zygmunt in 18th and Taralo Zigo in 19th. Tommy Yu, who crashed out of qualifying, is 20th from Saragi in 21st. Then it's Kevin in 22nd, Gabriel in 23rd, and finally Arnold Yu is in 24th place. And yes, none of these guys are on a lap. Kevin comes to the line in the high-tech. There are still 2 drivers left on the track, one being Arnold Yu, as he now crosses the line to take the checkered flag, and the last one left out on circuit, it's Davi Serqueira in the high-tech TGR, who was the only driver who actually was on a flying lap by the end of the session, and he went 5th fastest in the number 20. So fair enough from the rookie, he put a lap under pressure as he now takes the checkered flag, and that is officially the end of qualifying here at America. Let's see the times. It's Cole Palmer on top with a 1:17.455. Then it's Moxie, no last name, Arthur, Madero, Davi Serqueira, Olivier Labal, Carlos Edrado, U-Cable, Crystal Labal, Nino Gu running out the top 10. Then it's Yannis Dos Santos from Nkar Singh and Matthew Hart. Then it's Gabriel, Kevin, Saragi. Then it's Tommy Yu, Taralo, Zigo, Zygmunt, Chaos Andale, Gabriel, Verstier, Victor Levi, and Arnold Yu. We will see you soon for the main race as the IMRF returns.